Hey nerds and nerdettes, it's Rick here, and I'm just hanging out in my nerd cave, and I just wanted to give you a real quick update. I know that I said earlier in the week, or about a week and a half ago, that I was going to be doing a review of the Diamond Select Muppets figures. However, when I got them, I wasn't really enamored with them, so they're gone already. I sold them, but I will be back with a review hopefully later this week or sometime next week with the second wave of the Diamond Select Ghostbusters figures. Fingers crossed on that. But I'm here today with you. I wanted to show you something real quick. I know there's a lot of rumors going around right now about the Batman. Oh, my light switched off here. About the Batman the Animated Series line, and actually in DC Collectibles in whole. I know there's a lot of rumors right now that they've got some production issues or whatnot, and that's why we're not seeing a lot of stuff. Some icons. I believe Series 3 is out now. Amongst that group is Wave 5 of this beautiful animated line of ours. Wave 5? Yeah. The one with Ra's al Ghul and Etrigan and Commissioner Gordon and Zatanna. And I believe also amongst that is Arkham Knight figure and some Arrow and Flash figures. Guys, there's no production issues whatsoever. There is a shipping issue, something going on with the shipment of these that is completely out of DC Collectibles' control. Believe me, if they could get them out to us right now, they absolutely would, without a doubt. So don't believe any of the rumors about there being production issues or blah, 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 blah. No, it's merely a shipping issue. Everything's coming. It's just delayed a little bit. So, but what I wanted to show you today, why I'm here, and I'm pointing at the Batman animated shelf here, is from my good friends at DC Collectibles. I received a little treat in the mail this week. So here's a look at the first series of the Batman animated line. We've got Batman here from the New Adventures of Batman, and we've got Batman the Animated Series Catwoman. Let's be completely honest here. There was a lot of issues with the first wave. Breakage. I know I personally went through about 2 or 3 Batmans. Catwoman's ankles broke on me and her wrists and whatnot. They just weren't up to par with what we consider top tier and what we wanted with the Batman animated line. The paints were a little blotchy. I know that in my Batman here, I had a lot of bleeding here along the cowl, and the eyes bled into the black here, and, the bat symbol bled a little bit, and he, for some reason, wanted to tilt to his left. I mean, the camera's even right now, folks. He had one leg that was shorter than the other. Catwoman, her eyes were all kind of derpy. Focus. There you go. Her eyes were kind of derpy. They were kind of painted weird. Her whole mask was off kind of kilter. And the biggest crime of all that we hated is the peg holes, those ugly peg holes in the hips and the knees and whatnot. And the only reason you don't see them on this Batman here is I attempted to fill them in myself and paint them over, but, it may look good on camera, but to me, it's very noticeable. So let's grab these guys and throw them in my spare box, because this week, my friends at DC Collectibles sent me the second production run of the first wave of Batman and Catwoman. And let me tell you something, folks. If you see these in the wild, you are going to want to pick these up immediately. They are an improvement in every single way. Let me just show you here. The mask. Come on, focus, you. Focus. There you go. Come on. There we go. Absolutely perfect. They even colored in the line a little bit better. No bleeding whatsoever amongst the mask here. Look guys, he's standing up straight. The legs are perfectly in proportion to one another. He's standing perfectly up straight. There is no bleeding whatsoever. The colors almost pop a little bit better even. It's just clean all the way around. It's more in line with what the rest of the line looks like. And best of all, kids, look at that. No peg holes. Those aren't filled in by me. Those came from DC Collectibles with the peg holes filled in. And let's go over to Catwoman, who is the biggest improvement, you ask me. Actually, let's get her in the Let me grab a flashlight here. Because Lord knows my luck. We'll have a all tumbling down. Okay. First of all, they painted her eyes a lighter shade that matched more of the animated series. There you go. You can kind of see it there, a little bit greener. Again, no peg holes whatsoever. They're filled in perfectly. The colors are just beautiful. The mask is more perfectly proportioned. The mouth is painted perfectly. The eyes are painted perfectly. They're no more... First, actually, we kind of have to go back here. Look at this. Let's go into the light here. Come on, there you go. Look at how off-kilter they were. You can see in the sculpt where they were supposed to go, but the factory just messed them up big time, and there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see how they're off-kilter there. It just, and there's bleeding on the belt and the mask. You can see there it doesn't line up. No such issue on this Catwoman. The eyes are lined up perfectly. It looks more like the animated series. It's just, I mean, they really went back and made these awesome figures even more awesome. So, there you have it, guys. If you see these in the wild, you're going to want to get them. I'm hoping that they do the same thing with the Two-Face and the Mr. Freeze, you know, get rid of the peg holes. It's not as big of a deal for me because, you know, paint-wise, these guys were pretty much perfect. You can't really see the peg holes in the hips on these guys for the most part. They're not as bad as they were with the Batman and the Catwoman or noticeable. So it's not a priority, but if they get to them, absolutely cool. Like I said, brings it more in line with the rest of the line, paint-wise. So there you have it, guys. That's the second production run of the first series of Batman, Catwoman. Vast improvement. If you see them in the wild, they should be coming out relatively shortly. Grab them immediately. And again, I want to send a big thanks to Kevin Canary and my good friends at DC Collectibles for sending these out to me. I really appreciate it, and they're going to a loving home, clearly. I love the Batman animated series line, and I'm glad to have these improvements on my shelf. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you see these in the wild, grab them. They're worth it.